Hi, church. Pastor Jake. It's a little bit later in the week than normal, but we've been hard at work preparing for this week, and I want to share an important video with you as we head into an important weekend for our church. You might remember it was just about a year ago that we had a vote as a church. We voted on the congregation blessing the elders to rewrite our constitution and bylaws to more accurately reflect the way that we were functioning as a church. When we first got here, the Andersons, it was about 5 years ago, a little more than that now. And there was a constitution and bylaws, but they weren't functioning. The church had been through a really difficult time, and the constitution and bylaws, many of those things weren't being followed. The church was not functioning by them. What the search committee called us to do when we came here was to come help the church, to lead the church. They said, come lead us. And so we did. We came, and by God's grace, we sought to help FBC get healthier. And part of that is just the way that FBC functions as a church with regard to leadership and ecclesiology. And so we began to, by God's grace and power, to help lead in that way. And we did that, and the church has been functioning, praise God, in great ways. And we're so thankful that you're a part of our church. And so you might be hearing this and thinking, oh, what, is something going to change? Well, no, actually, the church is going to continue to function the way that it has been functioning. What we're voting on Sunday is these new constitution and bylaws, this new document that we put together, is more accurately reflecting the way that we're currently functioning right now as a church. I know that there are many of you who are here and are excited about what God is doing in our church and through our church. And so that's what the goal was with these constitution and bylaw revisions that we were working on over the last year. We want to say thank you to all of you who offered feedback as you looked at the document and emailed questions. All of it was constructive, and we implemented so much of what you shared with us in language and grammar and lots of things as we reflected on the document. And our goal was to make it accessible for the church at large and to help give us clarity on how we are to function as a church. And I'm excited to be able to share this Sunday with you a little bit more. We're going to be looking at the document together, and we're going to be unpacking a little bit of the why and why certain sections of the document look that way, looking at the biblical reasoning for why they look that way, and talking about it. We just want to make sure things are clear so that people understand what you're voting on. And we're also going to address some potential challenging situations that might arise and how the document addresses that. We want people to be clear on that, and the responsibility of leaders and members as we walk forward together. And we realize that a document does not produce a healthy church, that we need to be submitted to Jesus ultimately and be following his leading to have a healthy church. You might remember if you were here a year ago, I shared a couple of models. In this biblical model of leadership, I shared with Jesus as the chief shepherd and him calling and equipping under shepherds to serve and to walk amongst the flock, to help the flock together follow Jesus on his mission. That is this biblical picture of church leadership that we see. And so that's a part of the document. I just want to encourage you to read it if you haven't already. There's a couple of places I'll just encourage you to go. I would encourage you to go to Article 3, Section 3, our doctrinal statement, and then as well Article 5, Section 1, the role of members. For you to look at both of those sections. I think that's really important for you to look at those. We'll be sharing together in our worship gathering, and then we'll be having a vote toward the end of our worship gathering. I want to encourage you, if you're a part of FBC, if you're invested here at FBC, whether you're a member or a non-member, to participate in this vote. It's very important to us, okay? So even if you're not a member yet, but this is your church, I want to encourage you to vote, okay? Very important to us. Read my eyes. It's very important to us as leaders, okay? So we're going to have a vote in person on Sunday after we've talked through some of the document. It's not a very complex vote. It'll be yes to affirm, no, I don't affirm. And I want to just encourage you to participate in that. We'll have paper ballots there on Sunday. And if you can't be there, we'll have an electronic ballot. That link is attached in this email, and the document itself is attached in this email as a PDF as well. So I want to just encourage you to interact with the document, and then if you can't be there in person, vote electronically. And we look forward to worshiping together and then to celebrating together as well as we vote on these document revisions for this Sunday. God bless you. I'm so thankful you're a part of our church. We are grateful to be here and to serve together with you. God bless you, and look forward to gathering together this Sunday.